Let's back up the camera a little bit so you can see what's going on. So down there, can you see it? This is my huge mess, and this is the cartridge I just took out of the fork. This is the thing that actually has the damping for the rebound and the compression. That would be the compression. This is rebound. This is one of those things that we're actually not going to get into. A little bit too far advanced for me to want to get in there. Plus you'd have to drill a little bit on each side, on 4 sides of this tube, and last time I checked, I'm not Ricky Carmichael, so I'm just going to leave this the way it is because my rebound damping is not a big concern. And what am I going to do about this lake of oil on the floor? Wow, boy, when I make a mess, I really do it. We're going to pause for a moment for station identification while I clean up this huge mess. I'll get back to you in a second. Boy, can I make a mess or what? Anyhow, what happened is when I took out the cartridge, I had of course neglected to remember that the cartridge is full of oil. So I wasn't quite ready for the, I don't know, quart some odd oil that came out of the cartridge. Anyhow, we're just going to let that sit and drain. I'm not going to service that thing. There's nothing in there that I need to get at. So we're just going to leave it the way it is, clean it, and just put it back in the fork. In the meantime, we have to get the valve, the base valve, out of the bottom of the fork. Now the bottom of the fork is pretty dirty. It is a dirt bike after all. So anyhow, it's just a little bit stuck in there. So let's unstick it. Here's the same 14 millimeter. And I'm just gonna slowly pull it, work its way out. This is the thing where we're doing all our valving. Why do I keep saying we? There we go. Oh, almost had it. There we go. That is the bloody base valve. It's really, really dirty. I'm like picking out chunks of, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can point it out to you. Can you see this? And if I turn around a little bit, there's actually a wire hair right there. A little piece of wire or something. Stiff. Very stiff. That's under the valve. And there's also another piece of wire here in the threads. Or a piece of metal or something. This shouldn't be there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. I hope you can. Anyway. Dirty. Alright, so put this aside. Lots of parts that are coming aside. And that's really all there is in these forks. They're just tubes. And I will take these apart. At actually another shop where I have a parts washer. The only thing we have to do now to take these apart is simply take out this dust seal, and there's a little clip ring in there, and everything just slides right out. There's a million videos on how to do that, so I'm just going to leave that alone for now. I'm just going to leave that here, draining on my Exxon Valdez shop floor here. There we go. Now let's move on to the base valve as soon as I get some of this oil off my. So I can be a little bit sloppy with the metal, it doesn't really matter. By the way, I'm doing all this, excuse me, because I'm not happy with the way my suspension works. I'm 260 pounds and I do a lot of trail riding. Well, I'd like to do more trail riding, but I'm dissatisfied with the way it works. Alright, had to pause for a moment because my daughter woke up. She'll be joining us in a little bit. Anyhow, we just, oh, I was talking about my suspension. There's two reasons why I don't like my suspension. And one is because it bottoms out too easily. Being a 260-pound guy, you can probably imagine that. And the other is because on the small square edge stuff, like bombing down a fire road, it's too harsh. So anyway, that's why we're doing all this. So file it down until it's about that flat. Right, Peanut?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
What's this?
That's a camera tripod. Please leave it alone. And just back off the nut. Nice and easy. 12 millimeter.
Can I get something?
Don't touch that, honey. There's a lot of oil there. Nice and easy. There we go.
Can I get a wrench?
You want a wrench? My 3-year-old daughter wants a wrench. There you go. Well, take this one.
Green one.
I want the green one.
Yeah.
There you go.
This one.
Go fix your bike. So we take off the nut. And still needs a little bit of, need to clean up those threads a little bit better. So we're just going to run the file around. There's nothing in there for you, sweet pea. Please don't go in there. Now we can, we have a little room on this base valve because when we put the new valving on, there's a lot of threads left. You'll see what I mean a little bit later.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the camera. Don't put that back in the drawer, please, honey. Put it back. Put it back. It's dirty, icky, icky, dirty. This is the cup-shaped washer. We put that down. Now, before we go any further, actually should have done this first. We have a little device made out of a welding rod to hold these parts. I'm going to actually put these things back on. The order that these parts came off of is real important. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'll just kind of hold it there.
Are you talking to me?
No, baby, I'm talking to the camera. I'm going to pull the whole valving stack off.
What's this?
Now this is another thing I want to show you.
Are you talking to me?
Oh.
Are you talking to me?
No, baby, I'm not talking to you.
Are you talking to the camera?
I'm talking to the camera, sweet pea.
What's in the camera?
The world is in the camera.
Why?
Okay, so we got everything off in the order it came off, and I'm just going to drop it down, use my clever little tool here to hold it. So now I have everything in the order it came off. Okay? And I wonder if I can show you this. I wonder if you'd be able to see this. Oops. This is the face of the compression valve. You can actually see chunks of oil, or chunks of metal in there from inside the fork. Yeah, that's probably not good. Anyhow, so these parts are ready for cleaning. I'm going to set these aside. And there's the base valve. It's empty. No, I'm talking to the camera, sweet pea. So this part is now ready for cleaning. So let's see where we're at here. Pull this thing off. So those are our fork tubes and the cartridge. That's my daughter. Say hi.
Hi.
And we have the cap.
Can I take a picture of you?
And we have, in a minute, sweet pea, and here we have, this is the rebound damping rod. This is the rod that actually moves inside the fork when you make the rebound damping adjustment. In there, we have the base valve, and here is the actual valving. This is the thing that, this is the witchcraft thing. This is the thing I don't thoroughly understand. Anyhow, let's get a good look at that valving. So all this stuff will be taken apart and cleaned. This is the actual valving stack right there. Sorry, right there. There's a bunch of shims that are stacked up, run on top of each other. There. Let me see if I can get it better. That's the valve stack. Okay? Because oil comes into the valve from the backside and pushes against this valve stack, and that creates the damping. So this is the valve stack, the shim stack rather, that we're going to change. Now we're also going to change the piston, the valve, spring, and some other minor parts in here. But that's the gist of it. Okay, so I'm going to take all these parts to another shop for cleaning, and then we're going to bring them back here and mic it out and see what we have and put together our valve stack.